Alright, I'm Dylan Rowling.
I'm Travis Long.
And we're here today to present Enairgy to you. So why did we found Enairgy? If you've been paying attention to the news in recent months, years, you see a common trend regarding the e-cigarette industry. Juul, which launched in 2015, has gotten a lot of people addicted. And the FDA recently classified this wave of addiction as an epidemic. They use the term epidemic. This epidemic has led the FDA to crack down on Juul, causing them to have like a cease and desist on a lot of their common flavors that the FDA says are marketed to children. All their fruit flavors like mango, fruit, cream, and cucumber. And so this is a growing problem that needs to be addressed.
And just kind of to read a room, does everyone know what a Juul is? If not, there it is, the little e-cigarette battery there.
Yeah, show and tell if you want to pass that around.
Yeah. So Enairgy's solution then is to create Juul-compatible pods that are nicotine-free, caffeinated and vitamin-infused, and has the potential for unlimited flavors, all things that Juul cannot do. So to start with nicotine-free, they're also tobacco-free, diacetyl-free, benzoic acid-free, and we changed all of the terrible ingredients in Juul pods and replaced them with organic and vegan, good, better, healthier ingredients. It's caffeinated and vitamin infused, and they have the energy equivalent to a cup of coffee or a 5-hour energy, given the caffeine and vitamin content that we put in there. And finally, we have the potential to have unlimited flavors that the market demands. All those fruity flavors that you saw, Juul has to cut out of all of their retail space. We have the potential to move back in and capture all of that market demand.
So here's a quick snapshot of the competitors in the industry. There's a Juul, like we're passing around right there, which is the device that our pods would operate out of. And then there's also Enairgy, which are single-use disposable pens that you can buy online but not in retail. So here's a quick value proposition to cover the differentiating factors between us and our competitors. For one, we're developing a cessation program, a nicotine cessation program. So this program would essentially be a multi-week process, sort of like a subscription where we start at a low dose of nicotine and gradually wean people off until we could hopefully successfully get them unaddicted to nicotine, essentially. No competitors offer a program like this. Additionally, we're nicotine-free, caffeinated, and vitamin-infused. Juul is not nicotine-free. They don't have any caffeine or energizing vitamins or anything like that. Enairgy does. The problem with Enairgy is that they're only available online and they're single-use and not Juul compatible. So a lot of people in the demographic that we're targeting have Juuls that are pretty saturated in the e-cigarette market. And for these devices to not be compatible is a pretty big barrier to entry. Additionally, you can't walk into a convenience store and pick it up for a quick fix, so that's kind of a problem as well. Additionally, we have patent pending status on our Juul pods, or our proprietary pods, and we're seeking a non-provisional patent. Part of the patent includes the ability for the pods to be refillable, which kind of mitigates all the needless waste. People refer to Juul pods as like the new cigarette butt. You can't walk down the street corner without seeing a Juul pod on the floor. So we want to be able to recycle this tech and add a new value prop to customers. And lastly, lower nicotine options, like we kind of touched on the cessation program. Our highest nicotine content for the program would be 2% by weight, which is still lower than the lowest nicotine content that Juul offers, which is 3% by weight.
So to tell you guys a little about the market, then in just under 4 years, Juul has managed to capture 75% of the total $40 billion e-cigarette industry, and they have projected sales of $3.4 billion for the upcoming year. Mind you, that's 3 times what they made for their 2018 sales. And to give you a little bit of perspective of just how much of an epidemic it is due to Juul's presence in the market, the industry average for nicotine content before Juul got there was 1 to 2%. And now that they have a majority share of the market, it's risen to 5 to 6% by average. And so moving to our total addressable market then, it's 1.7 billion. And we got that number based on extrapolating from the 3.4 billion in sales that they're projected to make against the 50% of those sales being pods and the other 50% that is their actual Joule devices. So 1.7 is half of that. And then our total serviceable market, we got 96 million, which is 10,000 stores, $806 a month, which would be selling 3 packs a day per those stores times 12 months. And we'll get into it a little bit that our total serviceable is actually an extremely conservative estimate. You'll see in the next slide.
So here's our current customers. So in March, we launched at 8 stores around Austin area, primarily in the West Campus area. In those 8 stores, we gave them each 48 packs of our pods, like those right there. That's actually what was sitting on the shelves. Of our MVP that we made that ourselves. Those 48 packs that we dropped off to each store sold out within a month of every store. All 8 stores sold out of our packs of pods. Additionally, we also sold online with an online sales channel of sales, and we averaged about a pack a day online for the period of a month that we were selling. And we also had distributors reach out to us, which are networks that fulfill local convenience stores and gas stations from Dallas, as far away as like Pennsylvania. And these are places that we have no nexus or presence in. And we did all of this, we sold out at all of those stores on less than $100 in marketing spend. We literally just bought paper, we went to a local apartment complex that has free ink, free printing, and we printed out a bunch of black and white pamphlets and put them up all over campus. To touch on what Travis said about the 3 packs a day being a conservative estimate, this store right here, last year they did over $900,000 in Joule product sales alone. So if you're going to take their split, which is about 50-50 between devices and pods, that means that they sold on average 77 packs of Joule pods a day. So for us trying to target 3 packs a day, we feel that that's fairly conservative. And they're not even the biggest seller in the West Campus area. There's a store right over here called Omar, and they did over $1 million in Joule pods a day. So there's a huge market for it, especially in the young urban demographic we're targeting.
So to kind of go through all the milestones to catch you guys up on what we've been working on. In February of this year, we nailed down an FDA compliant manufacturer both for the e-liquid that we're developing and for the hardware, the pods themselves. Next month, we sold out completely of our MVP in 8 Austin area stores. After that, we had distributors with networks of 3,000 stores combined expressing interest in reaching out to us, and that was with our $100 of ad spend, so no sort of online presence at all at that point in terms of advertising. And then we secured a legal team. We have Dr. Yvette Villacorta, which we'll show you in the team, that has in the team slide, that has a PhD in bioinorganic chemistry, which he helped us secure our provisional patent. After that, we developed an all-new organic liquid from our MVP with better flavors. We created completely new proprietary pods. We restructured our logo design, the actual box design. Everything is restructured to be better tailored to our target demographic. Next, we got enrollment in Newchip Accelerator, which has been an awesome help. We love it. And then after that, we secured a licensed chemical dependency counselor to provide us insight and advise us on our nicotine cessation program that we're developing. And finally, where we currently are, we secured funding of $15,000.
So here's a quick snapshot of the pivot that we were making. This is what we passed around, and these are kind of what the pods look like. We've made the transition from this kind of aesthetic to refocusing towards more of like a premium luxury model, considering the iterations that we made on our pods. There's a lot more features that we added that regular Joule pods don't have to kind of differentiate us. And also the added value proposition of caffeine and vitamins. We just wanted to focus on a more like premium model set our brand around.
So then to get into the next steps and what we want to do with Enairgy, we want to expand with the Greater Austin's Mercantile Association, GAMA, which has a network of 600 stores around Central Texas that we've been in contact with. Once we expand past the Central Texas area, we want to expand to main cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, kind of targeting that young urban professional demographic there. Beyond that, we'll go to 7-Eleven distributors, Buc-ee's, Walgreens, Shell station, some of the big players, gas stations are the number one way in which Juul makes their sales. And then beyond that, we can expand to Amazon and other online distributors as well. And Amazon will actually be a pretty big play for us because if you currently search Juul pods on Amazon, you're not going to find much simply because of the fact that it's against Amazon's terms of service to sell nicotine products on there. But since we are compatible with the Juul, but not with nicotine or tobacco in there, we can actually get on their platform and make some sales that way.
So here's a little snapshot of the press that we've gotten recently. So after releasing our MVP at those 8 stores in Austin, the Daily Texan, which is the UT student newspaper, did an article on us and they interviewed us. And then that got picked up by Medium and eventually made its way onto Reddit under r/electronic cigarettes. Yeah. Something to point out here, it's 96% upvoted in a Reddit subcategory that has like over 100,000 active users. So I think that's pretty positive feedback. In addition to that, we are going to be keynote speakers at the Irv Kelleher Center for Entrepreneurship semester opening for all the new minor admins. So it's going to be a pretty shameless plug for us. And in addition to that, we're going to have a feature in the McCombs Business Journal in the December edition off of an interview that we did earlier this summer.
So to introduce you to our team, again, I'm Travis, the co-founder, that's Dylan, co-founder. He's pursuing his finance degree, I'm pursuing my management degree. We're both going to be incoming juniors at the University of Texas. Claire Cohen is our marketing advisor. She's a senior media planner at RGA. She has a bachelor's in public relations. She works on social media, go-to-market strategies with products for PepsiCo and Nike. Benny Zhao is our manufacturer located in Shenzhen, China. He has 6+ years experience manufacturing e-cigarette products. Ashley Card, she is our licensed chemical dependency counselor that will be assisting us in further developing out the nicotine cessation program. Tim Roche, he is an e-liquid developer that we have in Chicago. He has 12+ years. He's kind of an industry veteran, owning and operating multiple vaporizer stores around the Chicago area. And then finally, Dr. Yvette Villacorta. This guy is absolutely insane. He's our IP strategist. He has his PhD in bioinorganic chemistry from MIT. Then he also has his AB in chemistry, and he has a certification in the Food and Drug Institution, Food and Drug Administration Institute.
FDA certified.
Yeah.
And he also has his law degree from beforehand. So our use of funds, we are currently in the process of raising a $150,000 family and friends and early angel investor round. The bulk of that, more than half, would go to production of the actual inventory to meet this demand, and also marketing so we can establish ourselves and make a little bit of a presence. And then legal and compliance, so we can make sure that we're following any and all FDA regulations and also to get our IP in order. Following web sales, the logistics associated with that, hosting, graphic design, web design, and then lastly, manufacturing R&D, which is primarily the actual for the product that we're developing.
So our long-term goals, then we'd like to expand into other essential oils of terpenes, as well as CBD as that market continues to develop legally. And then we would have a long-term exit strategy in the next 5 years of being acquired by either Juul or Altria. There's a couple of reasons they would be incentivized to acquire us. One being the optics surrounding our extremely positive PR in comparison with their really negative big bad wolf kind of status with the media in the entire globe. With us attempting to have a nicotine cessation program that's weaning people off of nicotine and them kind of needing some positive optics in the face of the world. Some of the others.
I think that's pretty much it. In addition to us being able to sell on Amazon, which is a huge factor considering Amazon's like the largest marketplace, and Juul being the largest incumbent in the e-cigarette market and having virtually zero presence on Amazon.
And also our ability to kind of capture that demographic that they're losing with all of those fruity flavors being able to be sold in stores.
And that's it.